Hi, good morning, everybody. Let me introduce myself as Mr. Kiran Kumar. I do have a overall of 16 years of experience into IT, and when it comes to cybersecurity and especially into Splunk, I do have more than 7 years of experience. And I live in Hyderabad, and I'm working in an MNC as a senior technical consultant in Hyderabad itself. Right. So this is in short about me. So coming to this program, as you all know, so this is for SOC Analyst Training along with the Splunk Enterprise Security. Right. So this course will be for 3 months. Okay. And again, this will be running on weekdays from Monday through Friday. There will be no classes on weekends, that is on Saturday and Sunday. Right. And the class timings will be from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. Right. This is the agenda of the program. So do you have any doubts till here? Any doubts over the curriculum of the particular program? So, and again, you can also switch on your camera so that I can also see you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Great. That will be great. If you are in a position to switch on your cameras. Okay. So that is the thing. Okay. So now, when it comes to SOC and when it comes to the program, actually, SOC analyst program. So I will be covering right from the basics. Okay. So that means, as I told you, and as I provided the curriculum to you all. Okay. So right from the networking part, and again, cybersecurity part, and again, SOC analyst, and especially Splunk Enterprise Security also, we will be having the discussion in this particular course. Right. And
Okay.
whenever I say, yeah, so you can be on mute. Whenever you want to speak, you can always speak. And again, I'll be giving you a chance as well. Okay, so you can always speak at that particular point in time as well. Okay, so whenever I say networking, okay, so right from the basics to basics, I'll be starting. What is a firewall? What is a router? Perimeter firewall, internal firewall. What are the HTTP methods? In depth of port numbers, in depth of IP addresses. All these things we'll be discussing. Okay, and again, whenever I say security part, cyber security, we'll be discussing about various kinds of malware, and again we'll be discussing about various kinds of attacks, just like DOS attacks, DDoS attacks, phishing attacks, spoofing attacks. Okay, so method framework. Okay, in depth of the particular cyber security attacks, all those particular things we'll be discussing. Anyhow, we'll be seeing the particular course content as well. Don't worry about it. And again, whenever I say SOC analyst processes, right, we'll be discussing about the particular incident handling, incident response, threat detection, malware vulnerability, all those particular stuff. Okay, we'll be discussing. And especially in Splunk Enterprise Security, right, whatever the things that we discuss, whatever I have told right now, okay, whatever the security concepts we'll be discussing, we will be clearly seeing with all various use cases, okay, with the various data sets. I'll be providing you the data sets as well, all the required data sets, and we'll be analyzing all the particular logs, whether it may be security devices logs, okay, or Windows event logs, whatever it may be, firewall logs, all the particular EDS, EPS, WAF, everything we'll be discussing, and threat hunting, all this particular stuff, brute force attack, all these particular logs we'll be seeing, and we'll be discussing about the particular thing, right? So that will be the particular agenda. Okay, and also, right, so this course, as I've specified, this will be running for 3 months, right? So for 1.5 months, okay, we'll be having the particular networking and particular cybersecurity concepts, SOC analyst concepts and all. Another 1.5 months, we'll be having the Splunk Enterprise Security as well. Okay, so that is the split of the particular course, right? So, and again, when it comes to the job market, right? So right now, we do have good scope. Okay, so only two things we do have. One is AI, and other is the cybersecurity. Okay, so you can always have, even for Splunk especially. So people will be asking me, so why Splunk? Splunk in the job market will be having more opportunities for Splunk as well. With all the other tools, you'll be having 5% of chances, whereas with Splunk, you can always have 95% of the particular chances. Okay, so that is what you can always have. You need not believe my words. You can always check in the Google as well. Okay, so you'll be finding yourself. So compare Splunk with other tools. Okay, so other SIM tools. Okay, so you can always have the difference. So that is the particular stuff. And when it comes to the job market, actually, so even at for SOC analysts especially, right? Even for freshers also, you will be having job opportunities. Okay, there is no doubt about it. Even freshers also will be having job opportunities. And for freshers to 2 to 3 years of experience, guys, okay, you will be having salaries around up to 5 to 6 lakhs per annum. You can always expect salaries, and around 5 years of experience, your salary may range up to 15 lakhs as well. And especially in Splunk, right, there is no restriction. Okay, there is no limitation for your salaries. There is no constraint for your salaries because Splunk itself is a licensed tool actually. So whatever the data that will be ingested, right, per GB per year, the license itself will be $1,800. Okay, so that much will be the licensing cost. So when compared to its licensing cost, the salaries are nothing to pay for the employees, right? So you need not worry about the particular salary. So whatever the salary is there, okay, whatever, if you are a working employee already, whatever the current salary is there, to that one you can always get 50%. I won't say 100% hike and all. So false promises, just like in COVID times, nowadays nobody is giving 100% hikes and all. So you can always expect 45 to 50% of hike. Okay, so that will be the potential. So we can always, and if your job and if your salary is very less, okay, you can always ask for according to the industry standards as well. Or else if you are very good in the interview, okay, you can always ask for high salary as well. There is no constraint in that one again. Okay, so that is the potential we can always say about. Okay, and again, when it comes to the particular prerequisites, that is the other most question that most of the people have already asked. So there are no prerequisites required for the particular course, right? As I was specified, I will be teaching right from the beginning. So you will be having everything right from the basics, even from the networking part. So there are no prerequisites required. But whenever we go into the Splunk Enterprise Security, there will be something called as SPL, Splunk Processing Language, we'll be saying. Okay, so which is similar to SQL, Structured Query Language. Okay, so if you know SQL, as most of the people will be having that knowledge, right? If you know that one, it is a cakewalk for you. If it doesn't know also, there is no problem. I'll be explaining in detail. Okay, so that you can easily cope up, and it is very simple rather than SQL. It is very simple, I can always say. So we'll be having some commands. We can always make use of those commands, and we can always write the SQL queries. The most important part is that you have to analyze the logs, okay, and we have to put in terms of queries, and then we can always build various kinds of alerts, incidents, even dashboards, all those kinds of stuff. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. And apart from that, right, in my classes, I'll be providing you the Linux knowledge as well. In 1 or 2 classes, I'll be providing you the Linux commands as well. Okay, and also I'll be giving you the Linux guide as well, so that in the materials, in the form of materials, okay, so that you can always have knowledge about that one. So in future, right, if you take administration course, this is not Splunk administration, by the way. So we'll be having Splunk Enterprise Security. Apart from the SOC analyst processes, we'll be having Splunk Enterprise Security. So I'll be having a separate course for Splunk administration. So in future, right, if you take that particular course, so these particular Linux commands and all, whatever we discuss, okay, so it will be very useful. Okay, so that's why I'll be discussing even the particular Linux commands as well. Okay, so that is the particular stuff we can always say. Nobody has joined, nobody has turned on your camera. You can always turn on your camera so that I can always see you. Okay, anyhow. So that is the particular stuff, right? So yeah, so these are the particular things I want to specify. So any doubts over here? You can speak now. You can unmute yourself and you can speak. If you have any kinds of doubt related to the course, related to the career, you can always ask me. Okay, so nobody has gotten no doubts over here. Okay, so now, okay, as I have discussed, okay, whatever the things, okay, already you people have asked, I have already discussed. I hope that I have already discussed. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. Okay, and again, right, I'll be discussing about the course curriculum as well. Okay, but before that, okay, so I want to know about you as well. So you can always introduce yourself. So just a short introduction, you can always give yourself for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. So one of the person is asking, He's 90 kid. Okay, so he's asking any placements. Yes, yes, the particular person who has asked. Okay, so definitely I will be helping you with placements in two ways. One is that I can always provide you the complete 100% placement support. How? I can always provide you the particular resume preparation. Okay, I will be providing you the interview questions. I will be providing interview questions at the time of explanation as well. Whenever I am discussing a particular topic, I will be providing you the particular interview questions. And after completion of the course also, as a whole, I'll be providing the interview questions. Okay, and also I'll be conducting you the particular mock interviews. Okay, so that you will be getting interview ready. So in that way, I'll be giving you the 100% placement assistance. That is one thing. And apart from that, I will be providing you the interview support as well. Okay, so if you are not even thorough with that particular stuff as well, once after having the placement support and all, so if you still want any kind of interview support and all, I will be providing. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. So once after completion of the course, at any point in time, you can always contact me so that I will be providing you the interview support so that I can assure you 100% placement as well. Okay, so that is what you have to understand. So hope you have understood the 90s kid. Okay, so that is, we can always put your name over here so that it will be easy. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. So, and also, right, as I'm not actively specifying anything on the screen right now, any content, active content. So I can always see your comments and all. But I always suggest you can always ask me, okay, whenever I give a chance, right, you can always ask me so that it will be clear for me as well. So because right now I'm not providing any active content, okay, otherwise I will be busy in providing that content itself. I may skip your particular things. Some other person has sent me privately. Uh, as a fresher, how much salary we can get? That's what Parthiban I have specified. So you can always expect as a fresher up to 5 to 6 lakhs of salary. You can always expect, right? So that is the thing. Okay. So now, so starting with Ajay, you can introduce yourself. Ajay, you can start introducing. Ajay, hi Ajay, maybe he's not responding. Okay, so Bharat, you can always specify about yourself. Bharat, Bharat, hi Bharat.
Yeah, hi Kiran.
Yes, Bharat.
Yeah, so myself, I'm Bharat, and I'm looking forward for this course. So I just wanted to know the modules that we will be covering in this training. If there
Yeah.
is any document that will really help us understand.
Yeah, already see the complete course curriculum and the course brochure I have sent it to each and everyone. Okay, so who has contacted me or in the Instagram, who have signed up in Instagram, I have sent them. I hope that you have also have received. Okay, so if not, okay, again I'm sending you, no problem. So and again, no problem at a higher level as I explained, right? So we'll be teaching right from the networking part, okay, and also the cybersecurity part, and again SOC analyst processes and Splunk enterprise security. At a higher level, these are all the modules we'll be covering. And wait for some time. So I'll be explaining. I'll be opening the particular brochure as well, and I'll be explaining the particular things whatever we discuss. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Particulars.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that is the thing, and yeah, Bikash,
Hi.
yes,
Hello.
yes, yes, please, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Vikas here. Currently, actually, I'm working as the IT lead.
Okay.
So I want to switch my career. Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any scope for that? Because currently my age is 32,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right,
So that's why I'm
Bikash.
confused.
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, you have asked. So always do remember, age is not a constraint. Okay. So in
Okay.
software
Okay.
field, whether you do have the particular knowledge or not, okay, that skill set, whether you do have or not, okay, that is the only thing. So if you see architects and all, so even a person who is more than 50 years of age also, they'll be surviving as architects or senior level architects like that. Why? Because they do have that particular stuff. So the knowledge, whenever you do have, you need not worry about the age. Okay, so always you can always switch your career. And already you are saying that you are an IT lead. That means you are working in IT only.
Yes.
So whatever the technology it may be. Okay, so definitely, and if you are and if you are working in programming language and all, right? Okay, I don't know in which technology you are working. So if you are working in programming language and all, definitely will be having an edge. Okay, so people will definitely prefer.
No, actually, I don't have knowledge of the programming language.
Mm.
So I'm
As an
managing the IT
example,
related issues, end user support and all,
right. So as an
and
example, I have
coordinating
specified.
with the team. Yes, yes.
Great. So as an
Hello.
example, I have specified. Yeah. So yes, because so as an example, I have specified. Okay. So there is no problem in which technology you are working in or in which area you are working in. So definitely you can always switch. Okay. There is no restriction for age. There is no restriction whatever the technology you are working on currently as well. So you can always switch on and you can always have the particular stuff. So if you consider myself, right, so for the first 10 years, okay, so I do have, as I've specified, I do have more than 16 plus years of experience. My next February, right, 2026, I'll be completing my 17 years as well. Okay, so for the first 10 years, okay, so I do have experience in various kinds of programming language and all. Then I have switched to cybersecurity side. So that is what, and I'm serving over here. So likewise, there is no restriction. You can always have the particular stuff. Okay, so you have done a great thing, I can always say. So whatever the move you have made is good. Okay. And right now, right? So only as I was specified earlier, okay, only two things, right? One is artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. And also I can always specify that everyone and everybody is saying artificial intelligence and all. So artificial intelligence, to some extent, it will be useful. In cybersecurity also, will be having artificial intelligence, definitely. Okay. So as a part, artificial intelligence as a particular stuff, as a course like that, we need not prepare or we need not study. Okay, all this particular stuff. So it will be included everywhere. Okay. So cybersecurity is the most demanded thing and most happening thing. Okay, and especially tools like Splunk, right? So not only right now, even after 10 years also, there is no problem at all. And also for your information, right? So Splunk is merged with Cisco, which is a security devices manufacturer. So its strength has been increased as well. Okay, I can always say. Okay, so definitely we'll be having opportunities. I myself, you can always consider myself from last 7 years onwards. I am working in the same technology. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay, so thanks. Okay, you have done a good move. Thanks for joining as well. Because, yeah,
Yeah.
Chaitanya. So don't skip and people are see. Just give your introduction. Okay, so you should be able to speak as a professional. You should also be able to speak. Don't skip the class. Okay, and don't skip the demo and don't go out. Just give your introduction so that I can know about you and I can also suggest you and I can also answer your doubts as well. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. So people are moving out. Okay, so Chaitanya, 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 are you there? Chaitanya, so he's not responding. So Gopinath, hi Gopinath,
Hi, sir.
hi Gopinath.
Sir, my name is Indur Gopinar. I am recently 2025 passed out, sir. Cyber security student.
Great Gopinath. So yeah. See, now not only for experienced people, okay? So just like you, okay, you have done a good thing, I can always say. So even for freshers as well. So if you know these kinds of cyber, let me know more about you. So you are into cybersecurity branch, right, Gopinath?
Yes,
In
sir.
your
Yes,
BTech,
sir.
you are into cybersecurity. Yeah, cybersecurity stream.
Mm,
Great, great.
yes, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Okay, yeah. So, okay, no problem.
Mm.
Yeah. So, whatever the particular things that you will be studying, right? If you can always provide that thing into the particular resume and all, definitely if you have any campus placements like that, okay, and if you can provide the at least the names of the tools, just like Splunk and all, definitely will be having an edge. Okay, so these kind of cutting edge technologies, if you can provide in your resume, and if you can specify that into your resume, and whenever you have campus placements or not only campus placements, even outside also, whenever if you go, okay, and if you can specify that you already know Splunk, okay, while coming out of the college itself, okay, so definitely that will be an advantage for you, and there are high chances, okay, you will be definitely standing out, okay, when compared to the other crowd, okay, that's what I can always say, okay, so definitely it's a good thing I can always say if you can learn these kind of cutting edge technologies, it will be advantage for your career. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay,
Okay.
thanks Gopinath, and also I can as our other friend has asked, right? I can always assist you for the campus for the placements as well. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Yeah, so that
Okay.
is the
Okay.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir. Thank you.
yes, and again, Harivardhan Reddy, Harivarun Devi Reddy, Harivarun, yes, Harivarun, hi Harivarun, are you there? Are you not able to speak? Okay. Bashiruddin, Bashiruddin, hi Bashiruddin.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, hi, sir. Good morning,
Yes, good morning,
sir.
Bashiruddin.
Yeah, myself, Mohammad Bashiruddin, sir. I have 3 years of experience in end users. I'm
Yes,
planning to move to cybersecurity.
great. Yeah. So that's a great move, Bashiruddin. So definitely I'll be helping you with that. Okay. So that we'll be
Yeah,
having
thank you, sir.
better prospects. Okay. Yeah. That is the particular
Okay,
stuff I
sir.
can always say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thanks
okay.
for joining.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Navya.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking for the job for cybersecurity. I have an experience in 3 years experience in non-IT. I'm looking for the cybersecurity right now.
Great. Yeah, so yeah, that's what even for non-IT candidates as well. This is the most appropriate course I can always say because there will be no coding. Okay, so you can always scope up. So as I've specified, right? So even for Splunk Enterprise Security as well. Okay, so we'll be having something called as SPL, where I'll be definitely specifying in our classes. And apart from that, if you do have Linux knowledge as well, that will be great. Okay, so for future, if you want to take any Splunk administration courses as well, okay, that will be very useful. So I'll be teaching that one as well, no problem. And I'll be helping you in all the particular manner. Okay, so that is the particular stuff that I can always do. So thanks for joining. Okay, definitely we'll be having a bright future. So many students are there. Okay, so where they have moved from non-IT, okay, and they have taken my course and they are working with MNCs as well in Capgemini, in Infosys, okay, in TCS, in all those particular organizations. Okay, they are working. And this is my 36th batch. Okay, so I'm teaching from 2020 onwards. Okay, for your information. So that is the purpose stuff. I can definitely help you on that as well, on that one as well. And especially right for you kind of people only, I am teaching right from the basics. Okay, right from the fundamentals, so that we'll be having a fair knowledge as well. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Thanks for joining, Navya and Parthiban. Parthiban,
Sir, good morning, sir.
yes, Parthiban.
Sir, I am Parthivan. I'm just working as an HR. I'm just planning
Great,
to change my career to SOC Analyst. For that
great.
only, I'm just looking to join new course, sir.
Great, Parthiban. Yeah, definitely. So, as I specified earlier, right? So, any from any background, okay? So, any background, you can always take this particular course. So no prerequisites are required. Okay, so nothing is required. So it is easy to cope up as well. So that is the particular stuff. And I will be, when anything is required as well, I'll be specifying in my particular course as well, just like SPLR, Linux commands, all this particular stuff. Okay, so it will be easy for you. So no problem that there is nothing like coding and all where you need not fear about at all. Okay, so that is what I can always say. Okay, so and again, Siva.
Hi,
Siva.
Kiran.
Hi,
I'm
Siva.
Siva.
Yeah. You are my previous student. Yeah, yes, Siva.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, I'm working as an IT auditor, and
Yeah.
my objective to attend the Splunk classes or cybersecurity classes is to understand better how to use Splunk at a professional level. That's my objective to attend this class.
Great, Siva. So you have already seen my Splunk Enterprise classes, right? So
Yeah.
administration and development classes. Okay. Similarly, in the same way, okay, how we'll be discussing each and everything over there. Okay. So clearly, so we'll be having a discussion over here as well. The same kind of stuff where I'll be taking 3 months, right, for that particular course. Here also we'll be having 3 months. So where I will be covering each and every concept in a crisp and clear manner. Okay. So that each and everybody can understand. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Whether the people like you already, if you are working in IT as an IT auditor, as an IT manager, okay. So for you as well, right from the fundamentals to the advanced level, or for a fresher as well. Okay, so for each and every person, so that they can easily understand in such a manner, I'll be covering I have covered my course, and I'll be providing an in-depth knowledge of all the particular. I need not specify to you, right? You already know about me. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay, and you can always specify that thing as well to the students, other students as well, so that they will be getting some confidence as well. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Yeah, Siva got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Kiran.
Yeah. So Steve, so many other people they have left out. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Steve, yes, Steve.
yeah. So I just wanted to know because see, I have experience onto SIM called QRadar, working as an architect and engineering platform. But
Yeah,
nowadays, like there are so many SIMs into the market, like
exactly.
Azure
Yes.
Sentinel, Google
Yeah,
SecOps, and now
yeah,
Splunk.
yeah.
So how we see the market from the Splunk from the if I wanted to change a job role, like having a SIM one to SIM in hand is always an advantage, right? So how as per your guidance or as per your experience, because I have a 14 years of experience into this platform, so
Hmm?
how this training can help me from that perspective, and how deep we are going into this, because I'm looking out for not only from the basic part, but like you can get a free things on videos also, right? But what made you value added, like what out of the box in the Splunk, like there is some product called ITSI or Splunk Enterprises, something like that.
Great. Yeah. Say yes, yes, Steve. It's a good question actually. So. Yes, you have already specified, right? You do have already experience into, you have specified what IBM Curator, right? IBM Curator or HP ArcSight, whatever the SIM tools, okay, you do have experience. So right now I can always say that they are outdated, okay? So as you have also mentioned Splunk, you have also mentioned Sentinel, okay? So yes, that is correct. So Sentinel is also emerging right now. So, but still, okay, Splunk is the global leader, okay? So if you even search, okay, in Google or in ChatGPT, wherever you want, you can easily find the answer. If you do have 95% of the particular market for Splunk. So remaining tools will be having 5% as the particular stuff. Okay. So that is the particular thing that we will be having. And that is the first answer for your question, first question. And second thing, okay, so you are saying that you are experienced and what is the new things that you will be having and what is the value added things that you will be having, right?
Sorry,
So
I,
that's
I
what.
missed it. Actually, the order got disconnected, so I missed the part.
Yeah. So I'm saying that whatever the particular thing you are working on, IBM Curator or HP ArcSight, okay? So they are all outdated right now. And you also mentioned about Sentinel. So Sentinel is nowadays it is also it is increasing its market right now. I can always say, but how only people who have tie up with the Microsoft and all. If they have Microsoft products, definitely they will be going for Sentinel only. Okay, so likewise it is improving, but whenever you compare Splunk and Sentinel as well. Okay, and if you check in ChatGPT or Google or anywhere, okay, even DeepSeek, anywhere, you can always find the actual differences. the 95% of the market share will be having for Splunk. Whereas because Splunk, right, the advantage of Splunk is that it can always get a huge amount of data, big data. Basically, it can always access. For example, say if you take a banking environment, okay, so Bank of America or else Citibank, if you take, so thousands of servers, okay, if you do have, it can always analyze all the particular logs from those all the particular servers. Not only analyzing, you can always create the alerts as well, okay. So and you can always create incidents and you can always send it to the particular team where they can solve the problem quickly. That is the main intention over here. Any kind of a particular problem, you can always analyze that one. Not only analyzing, and you can always create an alert, okay, and you can always send it to the particular team. That is one thing. And you can always create sophisticated by using the particular log files, right? You can always create various kinds of dashboards, okay, and all those kinds of stuff. And enterprise security, we can always you have to ask, right, about the value, whatever the value add things that we'll be seeing. So we'll be seeing about the incident handling, okay, and incident response we'll be seeing, threat detection will be seeing, vulnerability management will be seeing, okay, by using Splunk Enterprise Security. All those things I'll be covering. That's what, not only for freshers, okay, for freshers right from the beginning I'll be starting. See, that's why yesterday also some of our friends has asked me. So in the market they are specifying so many tools and all. Okay, so within a span of 2 months, that too in 2 months, 2.5 months, right? Those people are specifying. I don't know how they are specifying all these tools. So in a particular, see, I have split into 2 courses. Why? Splunk, right? I have split into 2 courses. This is the Splunk Enterprise Security along with SOC Analyst. Whereas another course, whatever I take is the Splunk Administration, Advanced Clustering and Development. Each of the courses for 3 months. Okay, for your kind information, each of the courses for 3 months. Why I have split like that? Because that is the, if I want to specify something, if I want to provide in-depth knowledge, that is the minimum time that will be taking, right? So I don't know why I won't be mistaking any institute or any trainer kind of stuff, okay? But I don't know how they will be specifying, okay? So my teaching methodology will be in-depth knowledge I'll be providing any kind of stuff, okay? So that's why, as you asked, right? So all these things, whatever I have specified right now, okay, even whether it comes to incident handling, threat detection, threat hunting, vulnerability management, all those things will be covering in this particular course. In that way, you can always get value added, okay? Whenever you go for interviews and all, definitely will be having the value for this particular course and all, okay? So that is the particular stuff I can always say. So is it clear, Steve? Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Is it clear? Yeah, great. And Bharat has completed Bhima.
Hi Kiran,
Yes, Bhima.
this is Bhima. I have
Yeah,
5 years of experience in Splunk admin, so I
yes.
want to add a stock to me.
Okay, you already got experience into Splunk.
Yes,
Yeah. So yeah, so then you as a Splunk admin you have got experience, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever you say that you do have experience into Splunk admin and all, okay, so then you need not look for SOC and these roles, okay. So you can also directly look for other Splunk enterprise security. In Splunk enterprise security itself, you can always see for higher roles as well. Okay, so like that you can always grow. No need for SOC analyst is the minimum thing. Okay, so from SOC analyst you can
Mhm.
always go to Splunk admin, Splunk developer, Splunk enterprise, Splunk security officer, okay, like kind of stuff. So you can always have the particular stuff. Okay, so that is the particular thing you can always do. And here also you will be having entire knowledge on the Splunk enterprise security, right? So you'll be having great knowledge as well. Okay, so that is you can always choose your career in that way. So SOC analyst is SOC analyst role is to see, his role is to identify, for example, if there is a firewall. Okay, so in the firewall, so how many whether in a span of some 5 minutes, if you are getting more number of IP addresses, he will be blocking that particular IP address because it is suspicious. So that is his role is just to physically will be identifying and will be analyzing and he will be analyzing physically and he will be blocking that particular thing. He will be blocking a port number. Okay, so from 53 port number. Okay, so DNS port number. So if anything, anything is coming out of from DNS port number. Okay, so again you will be blocking that one. So like kind of activities you will be doing. So as a Splunk administrator or a Splunk security professional, what we will be doing, we will be make his life easy. Instead of analyzing manually, okay, what we'll be doing, we'll be writing some alerts. We'll be creating incidents automatically by the logs, whatever the Splunk will be getting. Okay, and then we'll be sending it to the particular team so that based on that one, hey, see this particular, you have got this particular incident. So this money, this particular from this IP address, we have got so many requests, which is quite unusual. Or else see this particular web page. Okay, so it doesn't have a status code 200, which is not, it is rendering properly. Okay, on your production server where you do have more number of business users, you are having this kind of status code 200, which is not success. Please take care of that one. Likewise, you can always specify that's kind of others we can always create, or any kind of server errors, client errors. All those things we can always create and we can always send it to them. Okay, in that way it will be used. We will be making their life easy. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay, so for freshers and all, you can always go for a SOC analyst kind of stuff. Okay, whereas for other people, so if you have experience already in Splunk, why will again you'll be going as a SOC analyst? You can always aim for greater positions as well. Okay, so that is what my suggestion always. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. And also at this juncture, right, I want to specify. Okay, so the people have skipped, it's their wish. Okay, so they can always, I want to specify about the particular job opportunities or even certifications as well in the cybersecurity. Okay, so you are seeing my screen, right? You are seeing my screen? Can you confirm you are seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, loading,
Yes, Kiran.
loading. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, so if you want to have certifications in the particular cybersecurity part, okay, so as an entry level, right, you can always go for CompTIA, which is the organization, okay, where it is providing security plus certificate name is security plus CompTIA security plus certification. Okay, so CompTIA is the provider, okay, as you are seeing over here. So you can always go with this one. So what are the prerequisites if you want to have the certification? So you should be having 2 years of IT admin experience. Okay, so and again it will be costing $392 US dollars. Okay, so always remember, my suggestion is that don't go for certifications immediately. Okay, see, this much of cost you have to bear first of all, and again you have to you have to spend your time, okay, on certifications. So rather than spending the time on certifications, if you can concentrate on getting job, right, if you are looking for a job. So if you say that already you do have experience, okay, then you can always go for certifications. Okay, you can always prepare properly and you can always go for certifications. Okay, and you can always do the certifications. Otherwise, if you are looking for a job, my sincere advice is that always crack the interview first. Once after getting 2 years of you should be having 2 years of experience, right? Otherwise you won't be having the certifications as well. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. So then you can always go for certifications. Otherwise, if you think, right, if you have knowledge, you have to write the certifications and you have to wait for 2 years. That means you have to get a job first of all, and you have to have 2 years of experience, and then only you have to get the certificate. Then only they will be issuing, if you provide the 2 years of experience, then only they will be providing the certificate. Then why to pay this particular fees and why to write the certification and why to wait? Instead of that one, you can always get 2 years of experience, and then if you want, right, you can always have certifications and all. Okay, so potential job roles for this particular entry level certificate is security specialist, system administrator, help desk analyst. All those things you can always have. Okay, so that is the particular entry level certificate. Okay, in cybersecurity I can always say. And the next one is, right, CISSP. Okay, so this is a prominent certificate for certified information system security professional. Okay, if you want to put your stuff as a security professional, you can always go with the CISSP. Okay, so where again you should be having 5 years of experience. What he's saying over here, 5 years of cumulative paid work experience or 4 years of experience with 4 years of degree. That means what? 5 years of experience you should be having. Or if you do have a degree like BTech, you should be having degree like BTech and you should be having 4 years of experience. And especially they have specified some 8 domains. Okay, in the domains you should be having experience. What are those domains? See, these are the domains: security and risk management, asset security, security. So basically, security related stuff. In security related stuff, okay, you should be working on, and you should be having experience either 4 years after completing BTech degree, or else if you do have an ordinary degree after 5 years of experience. Okay, and the certification cost, see, this is $750 almost all, $714 US. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. So once after completing the course, you can always if you prepare properly, okay, that is the tagline. If you whatever the course that whatever the course that I'll be specifying, right? If you can prepare, practice it properly, definitely you can crack for interviews. Not only cracking for interviews, even certifications as well. Just like RLCASM certifications also, you can always crack. Okay, so that is the particular thing that I can always confidently specify. Okay, so please be okay, so informed about that. Okay, so you can always have the particular thing. Okay, and again, potential job roles is the security consultant, security manager, CISO, chief information security officer. For all these positions, you are eligible. Okay, so not only after doing certifications, even after doing this course, also you are eligible for this particular job roles and all. Okay, so this is another certification where most of the, if you want to enhance your career, okay, you can always go with the security professional certificate. Okay, so security certified information system security professional. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. And again, CISM. CISM is for what? CISSP is for security systems professional, whereas CISM is for security manager. If you want to move your career in terms of security manager and all, you can always go with certifications. Here also the same kind of stuff, 5 years of information security management experience you should be having. So information security management experience, okay? So not as a security professional, as a security management experience you should be having. So, and again, right, for membership, okay? So for this organization, so ISC is there, right? So for this organization, they'll be having a membership. So if you take membership, so for membership also you have to pay fees first of all. If you take that membership, you will be having fees of $575 only, whereas for non-members, you'll be having fees of $760. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay, so that is the thing. So as I specified, you need not worry about certifications. Nobody will be asking for certifications. Okay, so if you have certifications, that is well and good. So even though if you do have certifications, right, you have to go through the interview only. Okay, nobody will be skipping right in certifications and all, interviews and all, even if you do have certifications. So it will be helping you out for the shortlisting for the interview. Okay, so in that case, it will be helping you out, but don't waste your time. Just like a so whenever some people I'll be finding where they'll be specifying me that for last 5 years we have not worked after completion of the degree because we are trying for government jobs. See, if you're trying for, already know that only a few government jobs will be there. Okay, so if you are tried for years for the government jobs, you won't be getting government jobs. Okay, nor you will be ending up with not joining in any of the IT organizations. See, now you have 5 years of wastage. Yeah, 5 years of time waste. Right, again you have to take fake certificates, again you have to put all this particular stuff, and then again you have to do. So that's why, just like that only here also, if you go for certifications and all, there is I don't say that it's a time waste, but it will taking time, right? However, first of all, your motto is to get this job, right? So once if you enter, then after that you can always have the certifications and all once if you got the actual experience. And here also they are expecting some experience, right? So that is the particular stuff. And again, the potential job roles are what? Information security manager. So for managers and all, this is for CSM is for especially management, IT risk manager, directory of security, like that you can always have. Okay. So apart from this, right, in Splunk especially, okay, we do have certification which is called as Splunk Enterprise Security Certified Admin. Okay, what is that? Splunk Enterprise Security Certified Admin. So there is no kind of experience that is required over here, but the prerequisites over here is before this one there will be a Splunk Power User certification. So you have to complete that Splunk Power User certification. Okay, you have to complete that Splunk Power User certification. So if you have to complete this one, right, you have to definitely have the knowledge of Splunk administration and development, complete development as well, advanced clustering and development. Then only you'll be having this particular thing. Okay, and then you can always go with the Splunk Enterprise Security Certified Admin. So like that, here also you do have the prerequisite of clearing the Power User certification first of all. Okay, that is a particular stuff. Okay, and again, $150 is the cost for this particular thing. Okay, and the potential job designations will be having as a Splunk and ES administrator, security engineer. So same kind of stuff. SOC engineer analyst for level 2 and level 3 especially. So designations. So some of our friends were asking. Okay, so in organizations, right? So designation is different and the actual role is different. Okay, so for a particular role, you will be having a designation. Okay, you need not expect the same kind of designation. If, for example, say Splunk admin, if you have designation, you need not do only Splunk administration activities. you may be doing developer activities as well, but your designation is Splunk admin only. Okay, so that is the at the particular time of joining, what are the designation they will be giving. Okay, so you'll be having the same designation, or else in some in most of the organizations, what are the technology you are working on. Okay, if you are working on Python, okay, if you are working in Java, you will be, your designation will be software developer only, software engineer. Okay, so likewise. Okay, so here also same engineer, cybersecurity analyst, threat detection engineer. Likewise, you will be having the particular stuff. Okay, so these are all the various certifications as well you can always do. Okay, so is it clear for you? Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, Kiran.
So how to get these vouchers and all that to sub Splunk? We need to buy it from the Splunk, or there is anything we can buy?
Yeah, you can always go to Pearson websites and all. Okay, and you can always have the particular vouchers and all over there as well, and you can always buy it over there. Okay, so that is the particular thing that you can always do. Okay, we do have
And
separate things as well, websites where I'll be specifying. Okay, so in later classes also I'll be specifying. Don't worry about that. If you really want to have those certifications and all, you can always do that particular stuff. Yeah.
so how about the lab? Like when we start the training, like how we will be practicing it, the labs and all
Yeah,
that.
that's a good question. So, yeah, so whatever the particular labs I will be specifying again. Okay, so in cloud environment as well as in local systems also, how to install this Splunk enterprise. Okay, I'll be specifying so that we can always install. Okay, in your particular system as well. So so we'll be having the Splunk is a licensed tool, right? So we can always we cannot buy that particular license by paying so much of licenses and all. We can as an individual we cannot afford. So we'll be having the trial version where we can always install. The trial version is valid for 2 months. Okay, so we can always install and we can always practice. I will be providing you the data sets. So you can always practice by using the data sets and all. Okay, and again, if the particular 2 months is completed, again, you can always go to the Splunk website. Again, you can always download that one, and again, you can always practice. There is no issue about that. It's not just like your gaming softwares or your antivirus softwares, where once if your trialing period is completed, again, you cannot download. There is no such kind of stuff. Again, you can always go there and you can always install and practice. Okay, so in that way, you can always do and you can always practice as well. Got it, Steve?
Yeah. So the data set which you will be providing, will you having a real-time data, or how
Exactly,
means what is the
real-time
data?
data sets. Okay, whatever I'll be using. Okay, so I'll be providing the same data sets. Okay, so that you can also, it will be in GBs only. Okay, so it is the large data sets I do have. So you can always you can always get through those data sets. So I'll be showcasing you how to use and all. I'll be definitely helping you in each and every phase. You can always install. Okay, and you can always practice accordingly. What are the things I'll be specifying in the class? Okay, you can always practice accordingly. Right?
Yep. Thank you. So when we are starting this, and what will be the timing?
Yeah, so as I specified already in the beginning of the session itself, so from tomorrow onwards only we'll be starting the session, and from 8 a.m. will be the class timings. 8 a.m. will be the class timings, 8 to 9 a.m. IST. Okay, so I hope that you are from India only, Steve.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So if anybody is from US as well, okay, so it is 8 a.m. in most of the USs, right? So these places will be, it will be around late night, okay, 9:30 like that, so that you can also join the class. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay, so any doubts over here for any other than Steve? Any others? Any doubts over here? Okay, and one more important thing. So tomorrow also we'll be having the same class link. Okay, so in tomorrow's class, as I specified, we'll be starting with the particular cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? So, okay, and how we have to deal with what are the various vulnerabilities. Okay, so what are the various malware? Okay, all those particular what are various tools? All those things we'll be discussing. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay, so now let us quickly have a look at the particular course content. Already I have shared with all the people. Okay, so and anyhow, okay, I'll be opening and I'll be discussing. Sorry. Yeah, it has went to the last. Okay, as I would have opened. Yeah, 1 minute. Let me put like this. So as I specified, right? So the first module tomorrow we'll be having the course introduction where I'll be discussing about the particular cybersecurity, okay, and its particular various malwares, okay, why we have to use, how we have to use all these particular fundamentals and all. We'll be covering in the tomorrow's class. Okay, once all that is completed, I'll be discussing about the organization network. Okay, so home network, organization network. So that's what I have specified, right? So right from the basic details, what are routers, switches, firewalls, okay, all those things we'll be discussing. Okay, so once after that is completed, then we'll be going into the ISO models. Okay, we have 7 layers which are quite important. In interviews, definitely they'll be asking about the 7 layers of ISO models and all. So we'll be discussing in depth of this particular models and all. Okay, about the 7 layers where we'll be having a fire knowledge and all. Okay, and again we'll be discussing about the in depth of IP addresses. What are private IP ranges, public IP ranges? What is the difference between IPv4, IPv6 addresses? What is NAT versus PAT? Okay, so all this particular stuff we will be discussing. And again, we'll be having the particular protocols regarding web technology. What are the web protocols, HTTP or HTTPS? Okay, web sockets, web vulnerabilities, all those things we'll be discussing. Okay, and again, understanding about the HTTP protocols. Okay, by using various methods, just like get, post, put, delete. What are the differences and all? Okay, what are the various scales of status codes? Just now I have discussed it, right? We can always create alerts by using status codes. So 100 and the status codes are for informational messages. 200 are for successful messages. 300 are for redirectional messages. 400 for client errors. 500 for server errors. Like that we do have. So we'll be discussing all this particular stuffs. Okay, and again, in depth of port numbers also we'll be discussing. Okay, so what is the 21 port number, FTP, SSS port number, HTTP, all the port numbers. Okay, we'll be discussing, and protocols, various protocols. Okay, so we'll be discussing in the networking part. All this comes under networking part. Okay, so including MySQL, okay, which works on 3306 port number as well, we'll be discussing. Okay, and again, Windows operating system. Okay, so especially whenever I say Windows operating system, we'll be discussing about event viewer. Okay, see the particular logs where we can analyze in from the event viewer. So Windows is always very simple, right? So we can always find the events in a friendly manner. Okay, we can always identify the events. Okay, in a friendly manner. Okay, where we can always identify. We can always from the UI itself we can always see. Whereas for Linux and all, we have to get the log files and all. So likewise, we'll be discussing. So that's what event viewer, log analysis. Okay, task manager, resource monitor, PowerShell security auditing. All those things we'll be discussing. In depth of port numbers we'll be discussing. Okay. So these are all the particular stuff. And when it comes to cybersecurity concepts, right? CAA trade, which is very, very important. Okay. So difference between encryption and hashing, quite important question. Okay. So we'll be generally, okay, if your interview goes beyond 10 to 15 minutes, definitely this question will be asking what is the difference between encryption and hashing, all these particular questions. Okay. These are all the very important stuff you have to understand. Okay. And again, symmetric versus asymmetric encryption. Encryption is always important. Okay, so what is symmetric encryption? Asymmetric encryption by using various use cases we'll be discussing. Okay, RSA, AES, all those kinds of stuff, and algorithms, hashing algorithms also. SHA-256 prominent one. Okay, even MD5, SHA-1, all these things we'll be discussing again. In-depth defense in-depth approach as well, where it is a standard for the organizations. Okay, so we'll be discussing about that. Okay, and cyber kill chain again quite important. Okay, phases of cyber kill chain means these are the phases of cyber attack. How attack happens, various phases, step by step. Okay, we'll be having all those things we'll be discussing, and we do have various kinds of attacks, right? I have told brute force attack, which is quite a normal attack for the attackers. They will brute force attack means they'll be expecting, okay, the passwords, and they'll be doing password spraying, password stuffing, dictionary attacks, all those kinds of stuff. Okay, all those things we'll be discussing. Okay, and phishing and spoofing attacks. Okay, these are all comes under cybersecurity attacks. Okay, so these are all the discussion parts. All these things we'll be seeing in the Splunk Enterprise Security again. Okay, so OWASP is the top 10. OWASP is the Open Web Application Standards standard project. OWASP stands for Open Web Application Security Project. So what it's doing over here, it provides a security standard for the web applications especially. So all those top 10 rules are there. Okay, so in 2017 they have specified, and in 2021 they have specified again. They have changed. In 2025 they have not given anything. Okay, maybe in 2026 we'll be getting. So whatever the latest one is there, we'll be discussing about that one. Okay, and again we'll be discussing about DNS, various DNS attacks, DNS spoofing. Always remember, DNS attacks are always very, very important. Whether it may be DNS tunneling, DNS spoofing. Okay, these are all very, very important. We'll be discussing all those things. Malware types and attacks. Meter attack threat. Okay, again, okay, which is quite important. Meter attack is a organization. Meter is an organization where it has provided various standards. Okay, of an organization. So we will be discussing various use cases of that particular thing where you implement those security as a security analyst, right? If the organization what you do, you can always use this. So somebody is constantly trying to ping. Okay, so okay, so you can always use this particular frameworks in your organization where you can always ensure security for your organization as well. Okay, so those are all the particular things we'll be discussing. And again, when it comes to Splunk SIEM and SOC operations, so even though it is a Splunk security thing, okay, so I'll be specifying how to install in cloud environment as well. What is Splunk Enterprise? What is universal forwarded differences? Okay, the basic architecture of Splunk. Okay, basic components of the Splunk also I'll be discussing here as well. Okay, so that because you should be knowing that thing. Okay, so what are the things that I'll be discussing? The basic components for the Splunk and Enterprise in the Splunk administration class. I'll be providing a view over here as well, so that you will be understanding what is what, right? So that is, if you do not have Splunk knowledge, that thing I'll be providing over here. And again, SOC processes and responsibilities, just like incident triage, escalation, response. Okay, so incidents response will be seeing incident handling is different, response is different, right? It's just like an investigator. Okay, just like an investigator investigating the particular stuff, and after identifying a particular thing, how to respond to that one. That is the difference between those two things. Okay, so we will be seeing that one. And okay, so log collection, however, we'll be seeing SIM architecture. Log collection, whenever say from various things, see, just like from firewall logs. Okay, so whenever I say firewall, Palo Alto firewall logs will be seeing, Fortinet firewall logs will be seeing. Okay, so likewise from various devices also. Okay, so we'll be seeing IDS, IPS, DNS logs, HTTP logs, antivirus from especially semantic network will be seeing. Okay, by using various add-ons. Splunk, what does it do? It will be providing various add-ons. We can always use those particular add-ons, and we'll be seeing these particular things and all. So in Splunk, not only discussing. So earlier things were what? Whatever the particular things, right? So that's what people will be confusing. So only we'll be discussing first of all what is what. Okay, so in networking part and the cybersecurity things, what are the features that we discuss? All those things will be implementing in the Splunk Enterprise Security. Okay, don't think that I'll be specifying only the particular theoretical part. We'll be implementing that in the Splunk Enterprise Security. Okay, that's what you have to remember always. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. And Windows log analysis also by using critical event IDs, we do have, right? Each and every event ID will be identifying and we'll be discussing about this particular stuff. Okay, and dashboards creation as well. By using security use cases, will be in this particular course. Okay, so in Splunk administration and development also, I'll be providing dashboards. So that is different where business use cases I'll be using and we'll be having that particular stuff. But here, security use cases from firewall, IDS or IPS we'll be using, okay, and we'll be seeing the particular dashboards and all. Okay, so anyhow it is similar only, but here we'll be having the security events and all, right? That is important over here. Okay, that is the particular stuff. Okay, and but all the commands and all, they are one and the same only. Okay, so that is a particular thing, and we'll be discussing about the correlation such as and notable events. Okay, all those particular stuff where especially we'll be having the particular thing in the particular enterprise security part. Okay, so whatever the brute force, that's what I'm saying. Whatever the brute force attack that we have discussed all those things, we'll be implementing that one in the particular in the particular tool, Splunk Enterprise Security tool and all. Okay, so that is the thing. Incident handling stages, all those particular stuff. Okay, so threat hunting as well, web server scanning attacks. Okay, all this email analysis, all these things we'll be discussing entire thing in the particular Splunk Enterprise Security tool. Okay, so each topic is supplemented with the practical oriented sessions, use case discussions, real world problem solving techniques, along with the daily class. This is also important. So daily class recordings I'll be providing to you. Okay, so where most of the institute doesn't do, so I'll be providing you the recordings as well. Okay, so that you can ensure that, right? So you can always make use of that one and you can always prepare properly. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Okay, so this is about the particular the course curriculum and the course brochure. Okay, already I have shared with each and everyone. If you still cannot find it, or if anybody, or some people, right? Some people just like Bharat and all. Okay, so they have, okay, so they have come directly. Okay, so I will be sharing with them. Okay, so otherwise, each and everyone, you will be having the particular course content as well. Okay. So as I specified, so from tomorrow we'll be actually starting our session. Okay, so you can always access the class with the same link tomorrow also. Okay, tomorrow also you can always access the class using the same class link, and the class will be at 8 a.m. in the morning. Any questions over here for anybody? You can always ask any kind of questions. Any questions should you have? You can always ask. Okay. So nobody will be providing in-depth concepts of this with the Splunk Enterprise Security. Okay, with that particular fees range. Okay, I'm sure about that. So it will be definitely 35,000 to 40,000 if you see in other institutes and all. Okay. So, but still I'm providing for that thing only. Okay. So see, I'm a working professional. I'm a real-time professional. Okay, as I told you. Imtiaz, you are asking course that I teach. Great. Okay, so I hope that you have joined now. Okay, I know. So the class is at 11 a.m. Okay, so this course is regarding. So it's a good question. It's good. This course is regarding SOC Analyst along with Splunk Enterprise Security, Imtiaz. Okay, got it. This is SOC Analyst course along with Splunk Enterprise Security. Okay.
Hey Kiran,
So
hello.
yes, please. Yes, Ajay.
This is Ajay. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yes,
when
you're
you
audible.
say this, when you say this trial version that we'll be using during the course, right? Will there be any limitations to that tool, or we going to use enterprise level tool there over there?
Exactly. Yes, 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 yes. So as I specified, for the limitation is that you can always use it for 2 months. Okay. And again, whenever I say 2 months, so once after the 2 months is completed, you need not you need not panic. Okay, because you can again go to you have to register in Splunk website. Okay, you have to give your credentials. Okay, and again you can always download and you can always use it 10 number of times. Okay, there is no issues about that. That is one thing. If you say limitation, that is one thing. Okay, and second thing is that you can ingest 500 MB per day. Okay, but whatever the data sets I'll be providing, right, it will be in GBs only, but I'll be specifying you how to tweak, okay, and how to even ingest that one as well. Even 500 MB is also there. How to tweak, we can always do that. And just like see, you can always find my class, okay, and you can always do the practice whatever you want, okay. So just like that, in the same lines, you can always practice. We'll be finding all the things, okay. So that is the stuff. So 500 MB is the second
Okay.
limitation.
So the logs,
That,
understand.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the log source would be from you, right? So all the
Yes,
logs which you'll be seeing in the
yes.
tool. Okay.
Correct. So not from the tool. I'll
Okay.
be providing with the I'll be providing with the data sets. All the data sets I'll be providing.
Data set.
Where we can always see whatever we
Okay.
have discussed, right? All the particular things we'll be seeing from those particular data sets. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
and my sincere
Okay.
advice is that don't if you join for the course, right? Don't give it to anybody. Okay. So yeah. Even the recordings as well. Recordings generally I share, right? So because generally people doesn't share, okay. So but okay, so that is the thing.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow class, as I have specified, the same class link you can always access. Okay, and also, right, people who have not joined, I have given you the group actually. Please join at least for once after the group has been finalized, right? Once after the batch has been finalized with the people and all, I'll be creating a separate group anyhow. But now also, what are the group I have for the first 2 to 3 days? Okay, so I'll be posting the information over there. You can always join in that particular group. Okay. So otherwise, I do not know your with the names you do have. Okay, I do not know your phone numbers and all. Okay, so I cannot communicate. Okay, so that is what my intention is. Yes, Steve, that's what I have specified. I will be using various use cases. Okay, so and I will be specifying each and everything. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. So if you want to have the confidence, let me show you as well. 1 minute. I do have some of the use cases over here. Let me check. Yeah. See, for brute force attacks, so these are all the correlation searches. So these are all the various things that I'll be using. Okay, all these are the various use cases for brute force itself. Okay, so likewise, we'll be using all this particular stuff, and I'll be showcasing. So these particular things. See, monitor high volume. Okay, track emails with attachments and bound SMTP traffic. Okay, so unique passwords for identity. So all these things I cannot showcase right now itself. Okay, so there is a particular stuff I can always have you with various use cases and all. Right. So that is the particular stuff. So got it, Steve? Hello.
Yes, yes,
Hello.
got it.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. See, whatever I specify, okay, so I will be definitely doing that. Okay, so and I will be whatever the course curriculum, okay, I have specified. Okay, definitely I'll be specifying all this particular stuff. Okay, and also right, so not so I'll be having Splunk administration as a separate stuff. Okay, some Splunk administration, advanced clustering, and development. So development part, however, we'll be seeing over here. Okay, so but most emphasis on the security logs, identifying all those kinds of stuff. But several other things will also be there in from end-to-end development tasks. Okay, just like we'll be having the event types, macros, all those kinds of stuff. Okay, so I'll be discussing all those things in my Splunk as a separate course. Okay, so if you want to take that course as well, you can always take. Okay, that is secondary. So, but this is the particular stuff. Okay, so this is the preliminary thing that you can always do. So this is the correct path because right from the beginning, okay, all the particular whatever we say, whatever the networking part, okay, security part, SOC and this, so phase by phase will be coming, right? So once after that one, you can always go to the advanced levels. So security, so Splunk administration, advanced clustering, development, all those particular things you can always see. For experienced people and all, I always suggest to take both the stuff where it will be very useful for you. Okay, so that is the particular thing, right? So that is the particular thing. If you do not any more questions for anybody, so at any point in time you can always ask questions. Okay, and not only in class, even after the class also. So if I am free, I will be definitely answering your questions, or else otherwise I will be myself calling you. So I can always provide the particular stuff. So I do not understand, Steve. You have specified something in WhatsApp chat. Advanced thing,
The
advanced
clustering,
clustering.
what is that?
Yeah, I will be sending you the course content as well. Okay, so that
Sure.
course content as well, I'll be sending you. Yeah, right.
So tomorrow then. Okay.
Yeah, so
Bye.
tomorrow also you can always access the same class, same using the same link. You can always access the class. Okay, so that is the particular stuff. Let us wind up the class over here for today, and again we'll be meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Okay, so until then, have a great day, have a great weekend as well. Bye bye.